Mantra are ancient syllables where we believe that they carry a very, very special power.
Yeah. Chant the mantra. Chant the mantra. Darkness, light, balance, peace. Darkness, light, power of the spoken. Darkness, light, balance, peace. Darkness, light. Yeah, burning eternally, the sound was never overheard, but traveled early to a place where the chosen learn. The point of no return, where mental focus blurs. Quite literally the power of the spoken word. Older than time and science, intangible collusion of a divine alliance. Phonetic outreach, freeing the mind of violence. Chant the mantra, make him hide in the silence. Denial of its potency, a fool's first triumph. Be not misled by the logic of liars. An outlandish concept, initially ridiculous, complex and hideous, dismissed as gibberish, but nevertheless intricate, profound, mysterious, gathering support from the villagers. Those who witness it marvel in its brilliance, bask in the significance of limitless experience. Ageless wisdom, scrolled in Sanskrit, the statements are written in ancient tradition of the Vedic religion. Generations later there's a shift in its rhythm and a change in its vision. Adopted by Buddhism, given as Sikhism. High priests and monks, Christians, black magicians, all sent praise to the almighty voice. Endless eminent resonance, a cause to rejoice. Vocal vibrations, global migrations. Pilgrims walk the land in search of salvation, each in the deep midst of a personal odyssey, questioning the mind as they arrived at the monastery. Here they learned a true honesty, spoken via prophecy, well acknowledged in prominent philosophy. The sophistry of elders and clarity of an oracle meant the reputation was historical. Obstacles appeared often manifesting horrible. Mantra was there, providing the power to conquer the impossible. Beneath the superficial, deeper than human tissue, speaking of people in parable and superstition. To the letter, every bit as blessed as benediction. Development of a better system of recognition. Simple symbols and glyphs printed its definitions. Millenniums on, the devil saw potential in it. Good and evil went hook and needle, but couldn't neither separate the roots of a crooked tree from its wooden steeple. The struggle was pushed to an extreme, and its distance would exponentially increase. At the same time, kids wreak havoc in city streets. There's peeps in the abbey establishing inner peace. Universal balance is restored and reformed at dawn, when simple acts of meditation are performed. What does mantra mean to me? It mean exactly what it mean to be an MC. I'm not talking just lyrical, I'm talking one syllable can put a firm grasp on the metaphysical. The message and the crux of a verse, present from the highest peak to the crust of the earth, under the dirt, speaking on behalf of them to which it is deserved. The first voice and the last word. Chant the mantra. Sensation, taste the waste of damnation. Brace, relace the soundscape and shake the foundations. Out the gate, I'm done waiting. Wait, Ticky taste the taste of sensation, taste the waste of damnation. Brace, relace the soundscape and shake the foundations. Out the gate, I'm done waiting. Wait. let him see what the difference is. Supreme being set the scene with his fingertips. Know exactly what sets him apart from the backstreet sabotage and espionage. Trespassers in a sect paths with death marches. Arsenal from Archer's bow to depth charges. Just a bit and wait for the party to get started. Mantra long player, no longer the guest artist. The sergeant, frontline army of darkness, in command of a couple hundred heartless bastards. Hush of remarks whenever the marksman passes. Recommence when each part of the craft been mastered. My sight remain ardent within a paradigm pristine and artless, but laughter assists in a deep catharsis. Believe that each razor sharp dart that I spit meets its target. Wait, Ticky taste the taste of sensation, taste the waste of damnation. Brace, but we lace the soundscape and shake the foundations. Out the gate, I'm done waiting. Wait, Ticky taste the taste of sensation, taste the waste of damnation. Brace, but we lace the soundscape and shake the foundations. Out the gate, I'm done waiting. Turn the record up and let it be shown. My aim fixed and trained on the enemy's throne. Ready to go, steps following destiny's code. Take it all then vanish before my presence is known. We saw September 11 and October 12th. By November 13th, I'ma kill it myself. Militant tongue, gorilla with bare teeth. Warrior of the sun, wander the desert in bare feet. Temperature steady at minus 85 degrees. High seas solidified as tides freeze. Now me and my ice queen skate across the ocean floor in its frozen form. Raise the heat, mantra's flow is born. Vocal chords created a perfect storm, the likes of which were not seen since nor before. Just a prelude to the deluge of acid rain, perpetrated from a height hellish to ascertain. Wait, Ticky taste the taste of sensation, taste the waste of damnation. Brace, but we lace the soundscape and shake the foundations. Out the gate, I'm done waiting. Wait, Ticky taste the taste of sensation, taste the waste of damnation. Brace, but we lace the soundscape and shake the foundations. Out the gate, I'm done waiting. Moving into phase 2, the brave true Bill Zillard unset the yardstick for you to break through. Not enough to merely step up and slay crews. Understand this is history in the making of a debut. Bided my time while breath was bated. I'd like to thank your faithful patrons for your patience. Solemnly swear to forever stand gracious, no matter what may get lost in translation. Hunger pain stain my rhyme pad's pages. My tenacity that blatant, salivating like a rabid dog. Determination in a rap song. This MC's pen leak nectar of the gods. Wait, I'm done waiting. Mantra long player, Mr. Savona holding it down on the boards. Peace to all the true believers. Hip-hop music worldwide. I'm done waiting. On television is a well-mannered man sending a beckon and call out to assemble the troops and let them handle the fallout. His route would no doubt see the pit of destruction, covered in controversy and hushed-up discussions. Partial instructions facilitate his conquest with infinite new additions and limited prospects for safety survival. Eyes of the world see an economic enemy, but they ain't speaking title. Radio dials used to be tuned into music, now it's rape and it's violence. ASIO files, tidal wave miseducating the youth to see him lay suicidal in this age of denial. What? It's a hard line the media follow. Not much food for thought, but it's easy to swallow. Stand by for commercial freedom even if hollow. Don't sleep, just take a seat deep in your sorrow. That's right, man. Don't sleep, just take a seat deep in your sorrow. Thanks for tuning in this week, see you tomorrow. On television, a similar program, but the man's face has changed. Tailor-made suits are dutifully replaced by military fatigues and a strong disposition. Watch with bated breath while he states his position. Morale is being lifted. It look as though the balance of power could be shifting, so we can keep living and keep listening to the messages we're being given. Well aware somehow that really nothing feels different. Channel flip and let the scene skip a touch, just to absorb a new angle and pretend like we give a fuck. Listen up as you handed a story of brave, handsome warrior, phantasmagoria shit.
Loyalty to any one individual is a luxury you can't afford in a booth. It's a luxury you can't afford in a booth.
It's a hard line, the media follow. Not much food for thought, but it's easy to swallow. Stand by for commercial freedom, even if hollow. Don't sleep, just take a seat deep in your sorrow. Don't be falling asleep, yo. Don't sleep, just take a seat deep in your sorrow. Thanks for tuning in this week, see you tomorrow. On television is a eulogy, delivered compassionately and beautifully, expressive and stern like he meant every word. And the depth of his deception is yet to be heard. But when the dead have returned, oh, the lessons we learn. Receive word of a democratically elected head of state. Red letter day marks setting the record straight. Celebrating a change in face of a nation. Sedition laws keep the population sedated. Televised bad dreams on plasma screens as action teams topple a fascist regime. And in place of this dictatorship, which name is it? Civilians continue to live dangerous. Grieve for the fallen and mourn the loss of honesty. International laws and foreign policy, all for the cause of more stock commodity. We pop corks, eat popcorn and watch atrocity. It's a hard line, the media follow. Not much food for thought, but it's easy to swallow. Stand by for commercial freedom, even if hollow. Don't sleep, just take a seat deep in your sorrow. Yeah, that's right, yo. Don't sleep, just take a seat deep in your sorrow. Thanks for tuning in this week, see you tomorrow. Stay the fuck up.
Good and evil are so close as to be chained together in the soul. Now suppose we could break that chain, separate those two cells. Free the good in man and let it go on to its higher destiny, and segregate the bad.
But aren't you a bit presumptuous in assuming that there's evil in all men?
Oh, but isn't that true? Wouldn't we be hypocrites if we didn't admit that?
Yeah, what? Mantra the vocal weapon, bringing out the evil that's in all men. Ha! What the fuck? Power that's spoken. Live from the underbelly of the undead. Eyes shot red by the bloodshed. Twisted mind shaped the scenery. Skyline Gotham City. Lost minions at street level rocking with me. Obviously an insipid individual. Depict them sick cannibalistic visuals. A ritual distinct in its principles. Lift the kingdom off its hinges and give it rules. Omnipresence down to the most minuscule. Mike with thief looting the earth for minerals. All-star world stage player, no tricks, no gimmicks and no intervals. Live in a land of smoke, mirrors and ridicule. Somewhere between the scientific and the spiritual. Bungee out of the clouds. Very modern text well embedded in the deepest ground. Rediscovered by an era. Relic of a pioneer. Revival of a tribal chief and cult leader.
Hopelessly insane, obviously.
You don't wanna visit the world that I reside in. No, you wanna live on that perfect little island. But when my intent get inside your mind, it's time that you are hiding. You don't wanna visit the world that I reside in. No, you wanna live on that perfect little island. But when my intent get behind your eyelids, there ain't no hiding. Emerge from the rubble and debris, struggling to breathe. Take my first steps and buckle at the knees. Survey the scene through dust, metal and steam to complete my next move, running at full speed. Mantra the host of a troublesome disease. Flooding the streets, destruction will increase. Medication immune, so illustrious a feat. Now a generation later, still fucking with MCs. Summoning the seeds of tall, troubling trees and raw, rugged and teething. Get switching the seasons, blistering heat. The next minute we freezing, neck twitching and seizing. It seems forever since the temperature was even, without even a mention of a reason. Lord, please hear the peace pleading. Don't let this trespass escape your attention, Lord. His words define meaning. The world that he been in is a land of demons. It speaks to me while I'm asleep and I'm dreaming. Keeps me from breathing. You don't wanna visit the world that I reside in. No, you wanna live on that perfect little island. But when my intent get inside your mind, it's time that you are hiding. You don't wanna visit the world that I reside in. No, you wanna live on that perfect little island. But when my intent get behind your eyelids, there ain't no hiding. scene awoke to a nauseating premise, permeating from a perfectly positioned picture. Mr. Madness, moving in a cavalcade, we're winning your barricade. This is just a matinee. You should see the show we have arranged for the witching hour Saturday. That's a depraved and raw type of cabaret. If you ain't a rhymer, then some put the rap away, hacking at your face with a katana and dagger blade. You don't wanna visit the world that I reside in. No, you wanna live on that perfect little island, but when my intent get inside your mind, it's time that you are hiding, hiding, hiding. You don't wanna visit the world that I reside in. No, you wanna live on that perfect little island, but when my intent get behind your eyelids, there ain't no hiding, hiding, hiding.
I am what I am, sir. And what the world has made me.
Yeah, I hereby stand on my own 2 feet, staring at the world with 2 open hands. I hereby stand at the mercy of all that would hurt me and thus manifest my plan. I hereby stand at the base of a mountain, about to discover who I truly am. I hereby stand at the mercy of all who would judge. I ain't gonna let them interrupt. I hereby stand. Fuck waiting for a handout, I'ma get my vantage now for when it pans out. Take the reins, get up and switch lanes, embrace fate's character, ready for quick change. Recognize caliber level is insane when I spit with tenacity that of the Sinn Féin. I guess the will and the stamina's ingrained, innate for when a suitable challenge is displayed. Take rap in the game full of action, ain't nobody getting paid for relaxing. Money and the fame, it's a fatal attraction, with 98% still waiting to make it happen. Those high nose dive and lose traction, and die before the comeback like Michael Jackson. Left by the wayside, right from the baseline. Up when it's up, just be down for whatever. I stand on my own 2 feet, staring at the world with 2 open hands. I hereby stand at the mercy of all that would hurt me and thus manifest my plan. I hereby stand at the base of a mountain, about to discover who I truly am. I hereby stand at the mercy of all who would judge. I ain't gonna let them interrupt. They never seen an MC hungry like me. 5 gigs a week since cutting my teeth. Had beef, had suckers try skipping the team. Had time to consider the dream. It's not me. Equals with a template, Zilla was the next phase. Now y'all can see what's on my chest like an x-ray. You ought to know that it can fuck with an artist. I've done it now, I'm flooding the market. Common sense tells us it's hard to hit a moving target, so I won't stand still for the marksman. Just gather my weekend steam, rap on a beat then leave. Stacking the sweet MCs, battling me get seasoned. Uneven, odds stacked against us this evening. The scene, it can be so deceiving, believe me. But you don't wanna get between me and my goal, or the passion that's feeding my soul. I hereby stand on my own 2 feet, staring at the world with 2 open hands. I hereby stand at the mercy of all that would hurt me and thus manifest my plan. I hereby stand at the base of a mountain, about to discover who I truly am. I hereby stand at the mercy of all who would judge. I ain't gonna let them interrupt. I hereby stand. Some stand and make a killing, others make rent, content making a living. Me? Too long I've been chilling in the wings. Playtime's over, let the victory begin. Ripping at my skin for the symphony within. Listen, you can hear it whistling in the wind. Cold change coming, a toll that takes numbers. Kid broke the mold and hit the stage running. I hereby stand by bad decisions. I never was a great tactician, but all paths lead to a blind ambition. From now to final transmission. through a concrete jungle. War games forcing the city to play humble. Adrenaline cargo, jettison abstract thought for medicine, bringing an end to embargo. Wood chip wings propelled by a statement. Irreverent nature was never complacent. Bullets that were sprayed to better the situation. Letter for letter rewrote the rules of engagement. Dropping the bomb shit, silence conflict. Pilot rocket quilling the ink well in the cockpit. Not giving off any emission that's toxic. Take no prisoners or civilians hostage. Offering a minute's relief on a mission of peace. Couldn't consider admitting defeat. Let the voice of the common folk litter the streets. From the center of the west to the heart of the Middle East. All my people on the Flightpath stand and speak. Whether you rock the boat or you rock on beats. Fly far as your wings are weak. Me and my paper plane keep gliding on the winds of belief. All my people on the Flightpath make some noise. Throw a fist in the sky, maintain your poise. Fly far as the eye can see. Me and my paper plane keep gliding on the winds of belief. The loose leaf Learjet gather momentum at speeds of an F-18, but no engine nor firepower. This Spitfire, Spitfire. Kissing the clouds to lower tension. Ascension increase with every mention. All present below stand at full attention. Its edges perfectly surgically folded. Its method dispensing text instead of soldiers. Against all mankind's embedded instincts. Rebellious ink drips from both of its wingtips. Origami fuselage, stop to read it. Perhaps catch a glimpse of truth as it maneuvers past. Beyond the moon and Mars and all that are shooting stars. Printing a thesis for the leaders of the world at large. All it needed was a new start to lead us on a new path. Fuck it, we about to depart. All my people on the Flightpath stand and speak. Whether you rock the boat or you rock on beats. Fly far as your wings are weak. Me and my paper plane keep gliding on the winds of belief. All my people on the Flightpath make some noise. Throw a fist in the sky, maintain your poise. Fly far as the eye can see. Me and my paper plane keep gliding on the winds of belief.
Very special airplane. Those wings are not for flying. They're wings for your imagination. The kind of wings that created the new world.
I wish I could fly.
Cast a paper thin shadow on the earth's surface and laugh as an army taken out by a wordsmith. Formation is perfect, rebel insurgent, peddling a benevolent purpose. Word is, the best fought battles is hard won. My guard's up, gripping a proverbial dart gun. War on paper, waged on pages, played out upon history stage for ages. Immortality don't lie. Perspective of a planet summarized the minute the words dry. Delivered to the world's teary eyes in the nick of time. Peace on earth is peace of mind.
Let's put it this way. Money trumps peace sometimes.
All my people on the Flightpath stand and speak. Whether you rock the boat or you rock on beats. Fly far as your wings are weak. Me and my paper plane keep gliding on the winds of belief. All my people on the Flightpath make some noise. Throw a fist in the sky, maintain your poise. Fly far as the eye can see. Me and my paper plane keep gliding on the winds of belief.
Up in the air. Way up in the air. Up in the air. Way up in the air.
Get done on the beats. Take note of your place and time. This shit is like when they first received word JFK was murdered. Why? Cause you'll remember where you were when you first heard it. I'm saying verse for verse is word perfect. Bursting at the seams, it seems something obscene is emerging. Dig out the genes of a virgin. Quick to pick out the peaks that need some reworking. Cause they don't know their limits like Steve Irwin. You ought to test the water, man, you wanna be certain. Step into the fantastical speech merchant. You leave anaphylactic and allergic. On the verge of breaking down, nervous. I'm a public speaker, you a public servant. Fear me, death incarnate in full body armor. Metal jacket on a magazine cover is my outfit. Illest kitty on earth is the verdict. My fate's been determined. My plate's clean of vermin. Now the slate's clean. I'm searching for the brave beast to burn them. And this may lead to mantra on the stage speaking sermons. And I ain't even scratching the surface. I'm scratching my name on your window pane. It's my purpose. Agent 111 at your service. Immersive involvement in all things subversive. Now permit me to speak on the current. Just remember where you were. Remember where you were. Remember where you were when you first heard the flames. Remember where you were when you first learned the name. Remember where you were. Remember where you were. Remember where you were. Remember where you were when you first heard the flames. Remember where you were when you first learned the name. Remember where you were. Pull the track up, take it back, remember every word. Every word speaking volume, even at low volume. The song moves with similar force to Indian monsoons, consuming all in sight when it dropped. So remember where you were and remember where the earth was, cause it can all stop. Hip-hop has died 6 times since my first radio drop. Let's get it cracking. See, I saw the subtle changes in the weather patterns and assumed this LP would never happen. But I'm an MC, whatever happened. Never lacking an inclination to be rhyming in impressive fashion. When we factor that into the abstraction, the pieces of the puzzle never fit so nice. Rip those mics, consider a dangerous life. In between glory and death on the edge of a knife. Sentiments echo in time, each line in each verse. You remember where you were, remember where you were. Remember where you were when you first heard the flames. Remember where you were when you first learned the name. Remember where you were. Remember where you were. Remember where you were. Remember where you were when you first heard the flames. Remember where you were when you first learned the name. Remember where you were. Pull the track up, take it back. Remember every word. Remember what was said, remember what you saw. The voices in your head, the pictures on the wall. Recall a minute when the rhyme got ill, and just who was in your vicinity when time stood still. You're now rocking with the sound that'll knock you to the ground. Live in every shire, metropolis and town. You better pray you wasn't watching in the crowd. My proximity's limitless, ridiculous and loud. It's doubtful, anyone unaware of the powerful outlook. It was down through each profound mouthful. The tongue twister, spit the heat to make your guns blister, till it's sunk in ya. Just remember where you were. Remember where you were when you first heard the flames. Remember where you were when you first learned the name. Remember where you were. Remember where you were. Remember where you were. Remember where you were when you first heard the flames. Remember where you were when you first learned the name. Remember where you were. Pull the track up, take it back, remember every word.
Sometimes we all feel sad. Sometimes everything we do seems to go wrong. We all have times like this. Music does too. Did you ever try putting your sad feelings into music? Listen.
Against my will I'm immersed in it. There must be something more or less to it, cause heartbreak alone won't do it. If it's peace that you're looking for, there's the door. But if it's war that you're looking for, say no more. Except on what does my solace depend when my life is trend, making amends. Ex-girlfriends, no escape plus no defense. No elixir to make being broke seem just a little richer. My psyche depicts a picture, a goddess, sinful beauty, petite, serene and modest. Sly, sinister, she might make me a novice. Clutching a dagger she hold close to her bodice. Itchy on a trigger, the vision of all of you. Paranoid delusion, just another flaw for me to soar through. I've lost all virtue, way past curfew. Peeps got their lives worked out, they fear bird flu. It's lonely, and it's killing me slowly. Yo, if only we had the clothing to take charge properly. Identify whatever's stopping me, in honesty what monopolized my philosophy. Commonly taken as confident, bravely mistaken as irresolute adaptation of monuments. But how the fuck can you be free in your mind when deep down you be scared to death of being alive?
Je laisse fulgurant tout au long des poèmes. Je laisse fulgurant tout au long des poèmes.
Encore, feel as though I I've been here before, no sleep, presented with a familiar door, low key. Do I dare approach and stare way beyond evermore? Step towards dawn, still stubborn after all these years of no movement. Humor after all these tears to go through it. Glued to a place in a moment, paralyzed by all these fears and won't do it. Stupid, what they must think when I'm not around. Silly boy face fit for the clown, so I stick to the ground. Create my illusions, occasionally awful in states of confusion. Occasionally painful, it's hateful, it's beautiful. It hates you, it loves you, it paints you, it smothers you. It all tastes terrible, it's all chemical. Love reaction, grateful for the interaction. Could be sitting here for decades it seems, ready to not quite fall apart at the seams. Envious of the landscape as it bleeds. Waking life hardly an escape from the dreams. Life exists now in the rap paper you read. The grace of a tree in the shape of its leaves. The face of a demon in the mind of a child. The apple of your motherfucking eye. The fall guy.
Je laisse fulgure tout au long des poèmes. Moi je laisse fulgure tout au long des poèmes.
How can we succeed if we never receive the criteria? Turn blind to those with eyes tearing up and fail to address the fault that's right here in us. So quick to judge, so twisted. In the pursuit of love we found distance. So we diss kids for living different. Alienate humanity for what it is.
Moi je laisse fulgure.
Yeah, ha. Let's go. 1, 2. Watching life as it happens, play by play, day by day. Just happy to make my way, say my grace. Fuck it if you're not with me. Stop telling me what's wrong with me. Mix me a strong whiskey. Why does it feel like danger? Begging for respect like I'm calling in a favor. Falling in a heap and a fever. Deep in the ether. A true to my word, living and breathing believer. Transmit a man in seek of a decent receiver. Y'all tune in, preview the feature. See what the biggest semi-auto biopic mean. We all stuck watching reality on the big screens. Let them make their judgments, state their assumptions. I'm guessing I can take them punches. Since ain't nobody shaking my confidence yet, I ain't breaking my promises yet. Nah, I'ma live it out. Till the last wave breaks, I'ma live it out. Through the aches and heartbreaks, we live it out. Made a couple mistakes and maybe nothing will change. Long as I'm running this race, but I'ma live it out. Alright then, my blood and sweat ain't gonna spend the end game on the bench. My legacy will never say that he came and he went. Determined to learn from what already has been. Ready for the next phase of action, never will be a has-been. Nor a man of cloth, fear not the hand of God. More the rat the man, waiting for the final plan to drop. Watching the little hand sifting through the sand and rock. I see my own future written in the Mandelbrot. Beautiful chaos, an unusual face-off. Going toe-to-toe with the preordained. Ready for when it pays off. And if it never pays off, at least I never had to wear a suit to the day job. Life is not just a game or a movie like. Music is not just the fame and the groupies, right? Life is love, drum loops and an awesome sample with a dash of something more substantial. So, till the last wave breaks, I'ma live it out. Through the aches and heartbreaks, we live it out. Made a couple mistakes and maybe nothing will change. Long as I'm running this race, but I'ma live it out. Living my dreams like insomniacs. So if people wanna diss, I may not react. They wanna take down the name like an autograph and publicize your defeat like an almanac. But my eyes fixed on where the next performance at. It's all for love, it's all for rap. No matter how many out there struggling to understand it. My own fucking fan think it's fucking madness. Think I'm a shyster, a cheat, ducking taxes. I'm not a real artist if I'm not brushing canvas. But damn, my belly feel good when I finish a song and the whole crowd singing along. And so, till the last wave breaks, I'ma live it out. Through the aches and heartbreaks, we live it out. Made a couple mistakes and maybe nothing will change long as I'm running this race. But I'ma live it out. Till the last wave breaks, I'ma live it out. Through the aches and heartbreaks, we live it out. Made a couple mistakes and maybe nothing will change long as I'm running this race. But I'ma live it out. Let's do this, yeah. Just maybe God, he got lazy. Decided to let a modern age world make me. I don't know if I see the same world they see, but if the world's crazy, then what does that make me?
Hey yo, I drink a bucket of pain and spit up on your canvas. I'm the type of cat to speak in alternate languages. If I'm feeling good, I might even rap at you backwards. World south, the little bit of the show. Madness is what I'm known for on a lyrical axis, and my personal actions burn with this verbal passion. Since the whirlwind, I knew I wasn't in Kansas. The world's been mad, but it seems that it's at its maddest. Jeremedy out.
Mantra in with a can of gas, so then gathering advantage in the land of embarrassment. And when the plan of attack hit ya, tracks put you flat on your back quicker than camera snap picture. Rap spitter, insanity's character book. Bad man hacking at crooks with grappling hooks. His sad talent of having and command of the rook. Won't stop until this whole damn planet been took.
Hey yo, a mantra. I think the world's gone mad.
So what you gonna do?
I'm gonna get mad with it.
Yo, Jeremedy, the planet's gone insane.
So what you gonna do?
I'm gonna break the chain
and take aim.
Post haste
in the face of hate.
Cause I'll be damned if I'll be the one to take the blame. As mankind changed the game in nature's name, I'll stay the same. I was always insane.
I'm saying nothing's changing the brain of this strange individual.
My color changing, attaining a state of invisible.
Still living as a cynical sinner in a city that's swimming in trickery visible to this kid.
You said it, man.
All I can say is the creator must be strange
to have created the creations of the modern day.
All of this madness, insanity, corruption. All of this sadness, this tragedy, dysfunction. All of this anguish, calamity, destruction. I mean the creator must have knew that this was coming, right?
Yeah, but maybe he just as mad as the rest of us. But what's he got planned for what's left of us?
What is he testing us?
Perhaps to check the effects on the flock if the stress manifesting us.
To get the best of us.
Cause if the flock being pushed too many times, then a mutiny arrives. And men about to bring about a very Armageddon that we read about. Said about letting weaponry let it out.
And if it's true that we made in God's image,
then he must be a motherfucking nut job in it.
Hey yo, a mantra. I think the world's gone mad.
So what you gonna do?
I'm gonna get mad with it.
Yo, Jeremedy, the planet's gone insane.
So what you gonna do?
I'm gonna break the frame.
Hey yo, a mantra.
Speak.
I think the world's gone mad.
So what you gonna do?
I'm gonna get mad with it.
Yo, Jeremedy, the planet's gone insane.
So what you gonna do?
I'm gonna break the chains.
Oh no, you thought it was all in order.
The world been diagnosed with a thought disorder.
Schizophrenic,
manic, depressive, and bipolar.
Somebody better go and call the author. Ha ha, you thought it was all in order. The world been diagnosed with a thought disorder. Schizophrenic, manic, depressive, and bipolar. Somebody better go and call the author. I'm unbalanced,
unstable,
unhinged,
unsound,
type chronic,
psychotic,
ain't got it,
locked down,
lunatic,
losing it,
cumulus,
white clown,
using this music to fuck with a high crowd. Your mantra, I think the planet's gone pear-shaped.
Yeah, mate, better say the world's in a fair state.
Dumb as fuck leaders,
dumbing down the legions.
Corrupt, crooked idiots living like ancient Egypt. Money,
power,
drugs,
sex,
and a heavy weaponry.
I used to feel as mad as the world, now it's ahead of me. Jeremedy,
what up?
Think the planet's gone loco.
Yeah, I know my bro, but let's keep it on the low though. Mantra, I think the world's gone mad.
So what you gonna do?
I'm gonna get mad with it.
Yo, Jeremedy, the planet's gone insane.
So what you gonna do?
I'm gonna break the frame.
Hey yo, a mantra, I think the world's gone mad.
So what you gonna do?
I'm gonna get mad with it.
Yo, Jeremedy, the planet's gone insane.
So what you gonna do?
I'm gonna break the chains. Mantra in the cut, gonna get mad with it.
Jeremedy, rip it up,
gonna get mad with it. Count bounce on the beat, done get mad with it. The suckers try to hate, we don't get mad with it.
So pass the mic and we'll get mad with it. Twist the system up to get mad with it. Spitting the mad lyrics, delivered with mad spirit. If the world seems crazy, then get mad with it.
many MCs got no heart musically. The shows aren't moving me, and truthfully, ain't shown any growth past puberty. Usually, my lyrics equivalent to virtuosic violinists interpreting Mozart beautifully. Who could be the suitably diabolical tyrant who grips the mic with two giant fists of iron? Simple science, first grade mathematics. Learning about it'll crack and shatter your plan of tactics. You know affliction is psychological and somatic. Me and rap is like Adam Gilchrist and a batting average. Sick boy sneaking to rehab and feed crack to addicts. Just an example of what I be walking hand in hand with. I know what battle rap is, but I don't battle rappers. I need an adequate challenge, I battle avalanches. Spit my issues, and if it don't convince you, well at least I done my very best. But only so much can be done when you refuse to rhyme when the beat comes. Blind to the fact you say you deaf, yet you speak dumb. And deep down somebody else you wanna become. See, we bank on climbing the ranks. You suckers are sitting pretty, thanks for giving us that minute of inspiration. Plant your ship in the sink position until you sink. I wanna go home. We bank on climbing the ranks. You suckers are sitting pretty, thanks for giving us that minute of inspiration. Plant your ship in the sink position until you sink. Throwing the anchor, even them in the back gonna stand up. Anybody without their hands up can answer the mantra. Anthemic, ramp up the pulse like a paramedic. Treating patients in a bird flu pandemic. Man, let it go. The breads of the show already know. But you think you're ahead of the team with an apathetic flow like nah. You in a paper chase, yeah. It's a crying shame it doesn't pay to make mistakes. Replace your game faith with something on your dinner plate. Put away the DIY lyrics and innovate. Stop living for the critics and public opinion. Put a piece of yourself in the stuff you be spitting. I ain't a battle MC, don't wanna battle MCs. Just refute some hard truths that we hadn't believed. See the future when it happened to me and say, well at least I done my very best. But only so much can be done when you refuse to rhyme when the beat comes. Blind to the fact you say you deaf, yet you speak dumb. And deep down somebody else you wanna become. See, we bank on climbing the ranks. You suckers are sitting pretty, thanks for giving us that minute of inspiration. Plant your ship in the sink position until you sink. I wanna go home. We bank on climbing the ranks. You suckers are sitting pretty, thanks for giving us that minute of inspiration. Plant your ship in the sink position until you sink. Keep the heat rising, whether I'm freestyling or being writing. Kids riot and lose it, inspired by music inside of them, and it's insight in a movement. Too booming to ignore, too violent to spy with. One take wonder with a one take mind. One track of mine will have you ducking like you spotted one time. A one-man army, one-man band, one hand in the sky, one firmly planted on the fucking mic. Mantras up in the house, yo. We got Joe Lewis turning it out, yo. We got Wasabi in the place, no doubt, yo. And Terra Stylus, he be holding it down, yo. M phases, good looking out. My man Mr. Savona came through with the sound. Count bounce. Peace to my boy Zim. Shouts to Whisper. Them Illzilla motherfuckers. Jeremedy, Francisco, Honeybee the Rappeteer. Paulie Hive. What up, what up? Peace and love. Bomb, 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 bomb.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure having you all this evening. I'd like to take it down a moment if I may. Sit back, tune in, grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a friend, enjoy. Yo. As we proceed to encounter slow speeds, my flow speed, lucid dreams over dope beats. No reason I should be leaving this stage. The one thing gave me something to believe in. Even this demeanor made it easier for me to be. Though I staggered blindly, set my mind free. So don't mind me if you find it hard to believe that an MC could step off signal when might bleed. It's like Ali, righteous behind his right lead. It's like Kweli, compassionate on the mic, lead by procession. Full dedicated behind a shepherd, bottom dollar you can bet I never took it lightly. Why? stop at a transient point to sightsee when you can set your sights on the deep end. We saw setbacks and obstacles right next to impossible, but how's intimidated gonna fuck with unstoppable? As I try to find solace through the solitude, hip-hop never left me, so I know what I'm grateful to. And in this cruel game of loving you, rap music never cheated on me, so I know who I'm loyal to. And as I try to find solace through the solitude, hip-hop never left me, so I know what I'm grateful to. And in this cruel game of loving you, rap music never cheated on me, so I know who I'm loyal to. Through bouts of anxious isolation, eyes wide blank, fame focus on depression, answers overwhelmingly outnumbered by questions. Too late to start stressing, early learning hard lessons. It was the 16th step, never had me guessing. I guess the 5th silhouette be owed a mic blessing. Formatted the hats, dapper enough to rap stuff. Quotable with tracks discussed at all hours. Beautiful as rats discussing the Lord's powers. Typical was that we discovered the forced hours. Fall to the floor, but springboard audible, y'all. Never compromise something so divine as the mind's design. That shows preference, that shows how you gonna know where your best is. Rap shows help me understand my fellow man, and we stand together even if separated by foreign land. Even if separated by foreign land. Even if separated by foreign land. Yeah, that's the master plan. Let me see them here. As I try to find solace through the solitude, hip-hop never left me, so I know what I'm grateful to. And in this cruel game of loving you, rap music never cheated on me, so I know who I'm loyal to. And as I try to find solace through the solitude, hip-hop never left me, so I know what I'm grateful to. And in this cruel game of loving you, rap music never cheated on me, so I know who I'm loyal to.